Welcome back to Sea Glass Archaeology, everybody. I've missed you all so much, and I miss sharing my amazing finds with you. I miss going to the beach. Here I am, it's the second week of December. All my craft shows are done, and I just mailed my last Christmas package, hopefully for the year, at the post office. I came down to Tiny Beach. I was looking at all of the driftwood. You can see it, there's some big pieces right behind me. I'm looking for some driftwood for my artwork, and I came across the coolest piece of driftwood that I've ever found. Now, if you're old like me, you might actually have had this when you were a kid. I believe it came out in 1984, and this is 1/3 of the Ewok village that was put out in the Return of the Jedi Star Wars Toys figures, and I believe this was made by Kenner. I'm gonna have to put an original picture of it into the video right now so you can see what this once looked like. Despite the fact that my shop's been closed for almost a month now and I've done only a few Christmas shows, I haven't been able to put out a full adventure out on the shorelines where I live. It's just been really wavy, really windy and stormy, but I have made a few great discoveries that I want to share with you, and I'm going to insert them into the video right now before we get down to the beach. Check it out, everyone. The waves are finally starting to subside enough that I can come down here, look through the pebbles, and right on the surface there's a beautiful cat's eye sea marble. It's red. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I've got to get out of the way here. Whoa. Oh my gosh, everybody. You might have seen it while I was filming, but right over here, right in front of me, I haven't moved an inch, and there's a second marble right over here. This one's very different than the first one that I found, so it really looks like the storm might have washed up a whole bunch of treasures. I got to go give a speech right now out in Port Morion, but I'm going to have to come back here again real soon, although there's a lot of wind. Oh, wait. Look at that right there. There's another amazing treasure. And then there's a big piece of glass. It's a little sharp. I'm definitely gonna have to do some kicking around here. You can see Trixie. Trixie's looking for the sea glass as well. She's a little bit confused as to why it's so amazing, but we're gonna keep looking. Now check this out, everybody. It's a 50% off sale on an old jar of Noxzema. Now we know this is Noxzema because it's got the paneling, and I'm pretty sure, to the best of my memory, the paneled Noxzema bottles were made before 1936. It's just amazing that I walk here every single day, and every single day something new can just show up. I'm down here on Tiny Beach, and right at the high tide mark, there's a nice dye. So I know this is plastic and it floats. And then I can see right over here, there's a nice piece of green, Kelly green. It's very flat. There's a lot of sea glass. And then there's a little handle right over here. You can see it's got a nice little pink slip to it, a nice little pink glazing. And I'm gonna take that as well. Let's keep on looking here and see if there's anything else on the surface. You can really hear and see that the waves are still coming in a little violently behind me. But there's a little bit of rocks. I was here yesterday and there was no way I could do any digging or any picking at all. Oh, I think I see something. I think I see a bead. Look at this. Holy cow. Check that out, everybody. It's a tiny little prism-shaped bead. Nice little blue, like a milk glass blue. I'm gonna happily take this one as well. I'm not sure if this is an actual tiger or an electrical component. Let's take a look over here. Yeah, this could actually be something that's very random, but somehow it looks like a tiger. Who knows, maybe it actually was like a tiger eraser. It's very soft, it's flotsam, and it's coming home with me. Take a look, everybody. I'm just walking through the harbor, and this looks like it was placed almost perfectly for me. A find like this I didn't expect to be frosty like sea glass because it probably just washed out of the landfill, and it's making its way into the ocean right now. But you can see it's a nice little yellow cat's eye sea marble. It's got 4 streaks of yellow in it, 4 little veins, and it's a really great start to my day. You can hear the roaring of the water, everybody, and take a look. I found my sea marble right over here. It's beautiful. It's a little bit of a light blue. It's got 4 veins like the other one. It's such a great find. You can hear those waves are roaring. And the ducks are surfing. Cowabunga ducks, look at them go. They're just riding the wave. Okay, everybody, now check this out. I'm inside the harbor and I'm at the high tide mark, and it looks like there's a bottle of Vicks and it's buried. So what is the chances that it is going to be intact? I really don't think it is, even though I can still see a bit of it. Yeah, look at that. It's a 50% off sale, and there's nothing on the bottom for us to determine where it actually came from, but it's a really nice find. I'll happily take this and stick it up against the wall in my sea glass shanty for the optical illusion that the bottle is still intact. Now take a look at this amazing find right over here, everybody. I was just about to go home. I've been picking a few tinies, but Trixie wants to go, and I came across this very unique marble. It really looks like this marble is ACL or an applied color labeling, kind of where like a hot spray of molten glass would be added to the marble at the end, because it looks really clear all throughout, except for a little bit of paint, if you will, and it looks like it got chipped off. Check it out, everybody. It literally just washed up as the tide is pushing in. I better grab it before the ocean does, although it's going to be hard to lose something as beautiful as this as the tide's pushing. Check it out. It's a beautiful sea marble. It's got 3 little toothpaste veins of green. It's still pretty big. I'm sure it's going to frost up as soon as it dries out. I'm going to pick up a few of these other pieces around here. Oh, where did they go? There was a few nice pieces of green and they're gone now. So I'm going to pick up those nice pieces. I'm going to try and find them. I hope you liked all of those clips, everybody, and I really hope that when I get down there, I'm going to make some more great finds. I'm just so happy that I have the time to get to the beach and I have the time to talk with everybody and share my day. This is a good sign that I'm the only one that's been here today, everybody, because there's 2 nice pieces of blue that are fairly decent size and they're sitting on the surface. It's kind of wild. I was here with Trixie earlier and I didn't see these. What's that, Trixie? You want to go home? We just got here. Take a look, everybody. I just got to the beach right now, and take a look. There's an absolutely beautiful blue marble, and it's sitting right on the surface. You can see it's nice and frosty, nice and dark blue, one of my favorite colors. I'm sure she wants to keep on with our walk, so I might have to come back later on today. It's so good to be out here, everybody. I've been picking tinies for about an hour now. You can see the bag's getting nice and full, but unfortunately I haven't made any great discoveries that I get to share with you, and I really want to share a video with you because it's just been too long. So luckily for me, just yesterday it was really windy and rainy. I went to Dominion Beach and I made some great discoveries, and I'm going to share those with you right now as well. Check it out, everybody. Here I am. I'm on Dominion Beach. It's a stormy day. You can see the power plant behind me right over there. And I just came across this amazing find that I wanted to share with you. Now you can see when I flip it over that it's a squared bottom from a bottle, and it's got that nice purpley kind of like lavender tinge to it, and it's got a little pocket of gas exposed right over here. So we know without a doubt that this is manganese glass, and a piece like this was probably made around 1890 to 1900. It's got a really, really thick bottom. It's got a really nice, perfect, intact center, and it's a great find. I'm finding lots of tinies out here. I'm doing a lot of digging, but as you can see, it's very, very wet. Now take a look at this really awesome piece right over here, everybody. It's not the nicest aged piece that I've ever found. You can see it's got some rough edges to it. It's super thick. It's a nice shade of aqua blue, nice really deep blue. It's hard to hypothesize if this is actually from an insulator or it's the bottom of like a 1900s to 1910 bottle. No matter what it comes from, it's coming home with me, and I'm so happy I just found it. Now take a look at this really unique find over here, everybody. It almost looks like it has a nose protruding out of it, but I know that this is just something that's ornate. It's a nice piece of glass that was probably from a vase. It's nice and thick. It's got some nice frosty patina to it, and it's another great find over here up in the high rocks. You can see I'm right over here by the boardwalk where it ends, and there's a lot of big rocks, so I'm doing a lot of big game hunting, and luckily for me, I'm finding some great pieces. And now take a look at this beautiful piece right over here, everyone. I'm not 100% sure yet if this is the lip from the bottle or this is actually the bottom of the bottle, but it's a really nice piece of soft aqua seafoam, and it's over an inch long, so I'm so happy that I made this other discovery. I'm getting closer to the end of the beach, everybody. You can see the power plants creeping up on me from behind, and I just found my nicest piece of purple for the day. It's a lot darker than the other ones. It's a little bit bigger as well. It's going to make a really nice pendant. It's wild because a lot of people say that you can't find sea glass out on Dominion Beach nowadays. And I'm telling you, I haven't been here in a year and a half. I've been coming here for 15 years. And these are some amazing finds considering it's the middle of the afternoon and there's footprints all over the beach. My bag's getting pretty filled, but there's a lot of shells in here. I recently found this beautiful piece. You can see it's nice aqua seafoam. You can see there's a bunch of seaweed. And then there's this nice olivey piece right over here. They're all coming home with me. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm on the beach, I get really, really hungry.
good thing I just found myself a pack of McDonald's salsa. Now this is something I haven't seen in a very, very long time, and it's amazing that this survived because the expiration date on the back is actually 2010. You can see it right over there. It's crazy to think that this is a 12-year-old, almost 13-year-old pack of salsa, considering that it would have been made long before the expiration date, and that it survived in the ocean, and that it just washed up right now. So maybe I'm going to take some of these oysters and cook them up and put some salsa on them. I'm not going to be doing that.
Now take a look at these two pieces over here, everybody. This piece of ceramic almost looks like it has two eyeballs and it's staring right back at me with some hair. And then this one has the sunburst pattern where you got these little rays that are just flowing out from one focal point.
I really hope you love those discoveries, everybody. There's one more thing that I wanted to share with you, and it's really, really dear to my heart. Now, I know not all of you are from Cape Breton Island and you can't make it out to the place I'm going to share with you, but maybe there's somewhere around your place and they really could use your help and you can make a difference. Every morning I've been walking by here, and every morning I see people checking it out. There's a refrigerator and there's a pantry right over there. And I've put over 100 pounds of food into here over the past couple of months. I've carried it on the bus. It hasn't been easy, but it's been an absolute privilege to be able to give back and do a little something for the people who are in a situation that I was in very recently. If you're wondering where the food hamper is, it's at the New Dawn Center. You can see it right behind me, and there it is right over there. For the past couple of years, I've just been living off of my family's love and the hope that my way of life would return, and finally it did. So it made me so happy and filled me with so much pride that I was able to make a little bit of difference in other people's lives, because so many people tried to help take care of me and my kids during the pandemic when I wasn't able to work down in tourism.
It's starting to rain, everybody, and the tide's pushing in, but I made this really great find over here. You can see that it's a nice soft yellow, and it's got a little bit of a cut, like an angle, a 45-degree angle. And this is the type of angle that I would associate with an old Fresnel lens. So this could actually be a reflector light from a car or some sort of a vehicle, even a boat. You can see with the circumference, it probably wasn't that big. Over here, I found the top of an old crown seal. A lot of people associate these with stubbies, like old beer bottles, but they could be from so many different types of beer bottles or bottles in general, because the crown seal came around 1892, 1893, and it's still used today. It really revolutionized how we seal bottles. And then finally, the other piece that I found was a very small, tiny little piece of red. Take a look at this really nice find, everybody. It's a nice cobalt oxide ceramic. I can see that it's really thin, so this was probably like some sort of a teacup, and it's probably late 1800s. It's a really nice pattern. It's definitely not the willow pattern. I'm happy I just found it. It's buried right over here. Oh, I wasn't sure what it was, but we can see that it's actually like a little glass bead. A little bit of like a rhinestone, if you will.
Well, everybody, I'm really, really wet and I'm cold, and I got a nice big bag of Tinies over here, but it's starting to get dark and it's going to be time for me to get ready to take my kid to hockey. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and thanks for all your love and positive support. It really means the world to me to be sharing another video with you. It feels like forever since I've done this, and thanks for being so patient with me throughout the summertime when my shop takes all of my focus in making new pretty things every single night and I'm unable to come down to the beach and share my finds with you because I'm not making any. Hopefully I'm out on the beach a lot this winter and I'm making a lot more crazy cool finds like that one I did at the beginning of the video, because that is just off the charts wild. I couldn't even make something like that up if I tried in a million years. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully I'm back out here again real soon, making some great discoveries, and thanks for sharing your love.
Save my